Once upon a time, Love Island gave us its golden girl, blonde, hair, perfect tan, camera ready, composure, Molly Mae Hague. But the thing about golden girls, they shine brightest right before the cracks show. She went from influencer royalty to internet controversy in what felt like one Instagram story. The 8,000 giveaway that broke the rules. The "we all have the same 24 hours in a day" quote that blew up her image. A brand launch that turned into a PR nightmare. And a documentary that had people calling her out for eating nuggets behind the wheel. But behind the filtered feed, there's a real woman with health, issues, family pressure, fame, fatigue, and a pattern of mistakes that keep following her. So let's dig in, because this is the unfiltered story of how Molly Mae's empire started, cracked, and somehow survived. The rise from Hertfordshire to headline queen, Molly Mae Hague was born on May 26, 1999, in Hertfordshire, England. Her parents, Stephen and Debbie Hague, were both police call officers. Her upbringing wasn't lavish. It was disciplined, structured, and normal. Her sister Zoe Hague, and a former army medic, often gets credit for being Molly's moral compass. She's private, grounded, and the total opposite of influencer, glitz. Then came Love Island in 2019, the turning point. She walked in with platinum hair, a designer suitcase, and calm confidence that made her stand out. When she coupled up with Tommy Fury, the nation fell in love with the picture-perfect pair. But while others rode their 15 minutes, Molly turned hers into a brand. She capitalized hard. She became a pretty little thing. Ambassador launched her filter. By Molly Mae Tanning Range, and by 2021, she was named creative director of Pretty Little Thing, a move that shocked even her fans. From villa to boardroom, she made it look effortless. But what fans didn't see was the shift behind the scenes. The influencer, who once felt relatable, was starting to look untouchable. The 8,000 Instagram giveaway scandal, it all started with good intentions, or at least it looked that way. In March 2021, Molly Mae announced a luxury giveaway worth $8,000. Louis Vuitton luggage, Apple, products, designer items, the works. Her followers went wild. The hype post racked up nearly 1 million likes. This wasn't just about a competition, it was about credibility. Because when your empire is built on influencer trust, one unfair giveaway can make people question everything you promote. Molly Mae Hague. Giveaway. Million YouTube subscribers. I can't put into words what this means to me. Since the age of 16, I've had this dream and goal in my mind, and today we did it. My mind is blown. Without you guys, this dream would never have become a reality, so it's only right that I give back. This is my crazy giveaway. The thought of one of you receiving all of these things makes me so happy. I can't wait to see who wins. To enter my giveaway and be in, with the chance of winning $8,000 worth of gifts. No sponsors, all check. From me. Then follow the steps below. We all have the same 24 hours, the backlash that changed everything. Then came the moment that changed her entire public image. During a 2021 podcast interview on the Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett, Molly said something that would follow her forever. We all have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyoncé. She said it confidently, thinking it sounded inspiring. But the internet heard something else, privilege. People accused her of being tone deaf, of ignoring class differences, poverty, and inequality. She was seen as an influencer, preaching hard work from a position of extreme comfort. And the backlash was brutal. Memes, think pieces, and callouts flooded every platform. The quote became a symbol for influencer delusion, the idea that success is just mindset while ignoring reality. Disability advocates chimed in too. Many called her statement deeply insensitive to people with chronic illnesses or disabilities who physically can't work or live like her. It wasn't just offensive, it was ignorant of entire groups of people who don't have the same hours or bodies to give. Molly eventually apologized on Instagram, saying she never meant to upset anyone, but the damage was already done. The internet had made up its mind. She was officially out of touch.
Beyoncé has the same 24 hours in a day that we do. And I just think like you're given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. Like you can literally go in any direction. And when I've spoken about that before in the past, I have been slammed a little bit with people saying, you know, like it's easy for you to say that, you know, you've grown up and you've not grown up in poverty. You've not grown up, you know, with major money struggles. So for you to sit there and say that we all have the same 24 hours in a day, it's not correct. And I'm like, but technically what I'm saying is correct. We do. So I understand that obviously we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations. But I think if you want something enough, you can achieve it. And it just depends to what lengths you want to go to get where you want to be in the future. And I'll go to any lengths. Like I've worked my absolute arse off to get where I am now.
Fillers, facades, and facing herself. For years, Molly was known for her signature look, plumped lips, sculpted cheeks, and contour for days. But by 2022, she shocked fans by dissolving all her facial filler. She admitted she'd gone too far, trying to perfect herself, and felt she looked fake. Her honesty was refreshing, and even her critics gave her credit for, admitting she'd lost herself in the influencer bubble. But some viewers said the damage was done. That even her openness about eye cosmetic work still promoted unrealistic beauty standards to her, younger followers, because she had the money to reverse it. It was another example of Molly doing something with good intentions, but losing the room in the process.
I show you, you actually won't believe it.
Please.
No, that is not. Oh my God, sorry.
It's really bad.
Thanks, Jack.
People say, I look like an Xbox controller. People say I look like a quagmire. But I don't know what quagmire is. Any ideas? Who's quagmire?
You don't know?
No.
Have a look on your phone.
Why don't you Google it?
Is it?
No. Got him. Oh. Wow. Yeah, to be fair, I get that. That's quagmire. And that was me. But the Xbox controller one I can really see because it's like the bit that you hold of the Xbox controller would be like there, That is really, really scary and really, really bad.
It's quite heavy.
But yeah, I definitely felt like it was something that I kind of needed to do to look like everybody else that was on Instagram, which is really unhealthy and really not good. Probably a bit of Botox.
I do feel like around that age, though, it was a thing
Yeah, it was a
to
massive
do that.
thing. Yeah, massive thing.
I look at those pictures and I actually feel quite sorry for myself looking at that because I think that I must have been obviously feeling like I needed to do that to my face and feeling the pressures of social media.
It took for my sister to tell me, like, you have to do something about that because that doesn't look right.
For as long as I can remember, her appearance is something that Molly has always struggled with. She had this fame come out of the blue, basically, and she had all these fresh eyes on her.
Thanks. It just spiraled, really.
So guys, I'm just currently at my event, as you can see in the background. It's literally absolutely rammed in there.
Her Beauty Works event. My mum and I were in the toilets. Someone else famous, actually, was in there talking about her and talking about how bad her face looked and how much work she had done to her face. And then me and my mum walked out and I think the person was a bit taken back that we'd listened to the whole conversation.
So it's just nice to catch up with everyone, talk about the collab and everything. It's all going really, really well.
I agree. I completely agree with them. She did look silly and had far too much filler in her face. I must have said to her at some point, you need to sort this out.
Thank God for my sister, because I could have genuinely completely destroyed my face. Like, it was so bad. I thought it was just swelling, but it wasn't, because after like a few months it wasn't going down. I was like, oh, I think that's me now. And I kind of like tried to think it looked good, but it really didn't. And then luckily, it was reversible.
Today I am getting my lips dissolved. Now, this is just a massive thing for me. And what's the word when like you kind of like rewinding younger mistakes, just really toning things down, making myself feel a lot more natural. Anyway, this is my lips before, just so you guys can get a clear view of what they look like. They have got lumps in, they've got bumps in.
That was fine.
Yeah?
I think if Zoe hadn't told me that it needed to go, maybe God, would I still be sat here with that kind of face? I don't know. Like, I don't know why it took somebody else to have to tell me that it didn't look good.
When she got them removed, I genuinely feel like she was a new woman. It just made her realise that she didn't need all that and made her see that it's how you look isn't everything at all.
And I'm weirdly happy about it. I just don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I've gone back to
15-year-old me again. She just FaceTimed my sister and we were both crying at how small my lips have gone.
She knows I'm going to be honest with her. Anyone else, they'll say, oh yeah, that's nice. Whereas I'll say, not too sure, like, it's not your best.
It's been a proper journey. Like, it's been such a journey to, like, reverse all the mistakes that I made. And it sounds really cringy to say that, like, actually you realise that you always look better when you just...
Are yourself.
Are yourself, and you just work with what you naturally have.
She started a bit of a trend to go and get it dissolved. That was probably the most positive feedback she's ever had, especially from a lot of mums. They were all just very thankful and grateful to her.
People look to me as a big sister. I'm that person for them that grows up with them, and the last thing I'd ever want to do would be to talk about it in a way that other girls feel. Not that if you actually look at my filler photos, anybody would want to go and recreate that, because it doesn't look good.
Maebe, the fashion brand. That backfired. In 2024, Molly launched her own clothing brand, Maebe. She described it as timeless, inclusive, and premium, but within hours, the internet turned on her. Fans noticed that the inclusive sizing stopped at a UK 20. They pointed out that most M pieces were made of cheap materials like polyester, yet priced like luxury items. Some even found near identical designs on pretty little thing for a fraction of the cost. It got so bad that even other influencers called it out. The headlines read, "Maybe not so inclusive." And within months, Molly admitted the brand had lost £500,000 after getting negative press. It wasn't just a failed business. It was a mirror of her image. High end branding, low authenticity.
Oh. Hello.
Are you ready for me in a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go through the interview.
Yeah, let's have it.
Head of Showbiz Daily Mail is coming to have an informal chat, talk about the collection, wants to see the clothes. Obviously, they'll be the first to see them ahead of the pop-up. I think if you're in this world and you don't have relationships with the press, it can be detrimental. I want you to guide her and be like, do you want to have a look at some of the pieces? And just make it about the clothes.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah?
Fine.
I don't want her to approach you at all about anything that's gone on. If you do feel like they're saying that, please just shut it down.
I won't even entertain it. Good. I'll say, nice try, Sarah.
Nice try, Sarah.
Nice try.
Not today.
Not today, love.
Not today. I have made it clear that we're only here to talk about Maebe.
Hi. Good morning.
God, how are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good, how are you?
Oh, well, thank
Nice to see you.
It's nice
Do you want to sit over there, Sarah?
Yeah, you grab a seat. Molly, you sit
go that
there.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think we don't do a lot of interviews. We don't put Molly in a position where she can have things twisted.
I know you've spoken a lot about it being like the start of a new chapter. So what do you mean by that?
I have learnt the hard way from that over the years that actually it's better just to sometimes keep your mouth quiet. I have definitely had to learn that over the years.
Molly Mae, the influencer and reality star, has found herself at the center of controversy with the launch of her new clothing line, Maebe. On Sunday, as she revealed the prices for her debut collection, fans expressed their outrage, branding the costs as criminal. With a blazer priced at £140 and jeans at £90, many took to social media to voice their frustration, describing the items as excessively priced and inaccessible for the average consumer. The collection includes pieces like the Ultimate Blazer, which Molly Mae previously showcased on her Instagram, and a £50 contour popper top. Even the cheapest item, a plain cropped t-shirt called the Dreamer Point LT, comes with a price tag of £35. These prices have sparked a significant backlash from fans, who expressed disbelief at the cost of the items. Comments such as, £140 for a blazer and £90 for jeans. Criminal behavior, and I was so excited for this launch, but £140 for a blazer is wild, flooded her social media platforms. Despite the criticism, some fans defended the pricing strategy, arguing that the collection reflects a move away from fast fashion toward a more upscale market. Comments like, everyone complaining about the price has to realize this isn't SHEIN, highlight the belief that the quality and longevity of the pieces justify the costs. Supporters assert that these are investment pieces meant to last and that consumers should expect to pay more for high-quality fashion. Molly Mae, in her candid reflections, spoke about how her personal journey has influenced this new venture. Following her split from fiancé Tommy Fury, she is channeling her energy into her daughter, Maebe, and her burgeoning fashion line. She emphasized that becoming a mother has significantly changed her perspective on fashion, leading her to design clothing that resonates with her current lifestyle. This launch has been a long time coming, with 3 years of planning halted by the birth of her daughter in January 2023. She recently celebrated this milestone with a pop-up shop, offering fans a chance to experience her collection in person. Looking ahead, Molly Mae is optimistic about the future of Maebe, viewing it as a brand that will evolve and grow. She expressed her excitement, stating, "I see Maebe having a huge future, and believes it could become a household name." As the launch approaches, the mixed reception has highlighted a broader conversation about the balance between fashion accessibility and quality. While some consumers feel alienated by the pricing, others are eager to support what they see as a move towards sustainable, quality clothing. Whether Maebe will resonate with a broader audience remains to be seen, but Molly Mae's enthusiasm for her new chapter is palpable.
The documentary disaster after Nugget Gate. When Molly Mae, Behind It, all premiered on Amazon Prime Video, it was marketed as the real side of Molly's life. Cameras followed her through brand deals, motherhood, and her relationship with Tommy Fury. But instead of changing minds, one scene changed everything, again. She was filmed eating McDonald's chicken nuggets while driving, and the internet exploded. Clips went viral. Road safety. Charities slammed the behavior as dangerous. It became another meme, another Molly moment where relatability slipped into recklessness. People joked that even when she tried to be authentic, she found a way to make it look careless. It was the perfect symbol of her career. Even her ordinary moments caused chaos.
6 chicken nuggets.
I love food. Like, I actually live to eat. So many people that are around me, like, they're all so like, "Oh yeah, I'll just get the salad," and I'm just like, that could never be me. If it's salad with chips, then like, yeah, I'm on board, but otherwise.
The split, the scandal, and the soft return. Then the fairy tale started to crumble. Molly and Tommy had been high together since 2019, had a daughter, Bambi, in 2023, and got engaged that same year. They were seen as Love Island's only success story. But in August 2024, Molly shocked fans by announcing the split on Instagram. She said she was extremely upset and never expected their story to end that way. The rumors came fast: cheating, fame pressure, double lives. Then in January 2025, Tommy finally broke his silence. He admitted he'd developed a drinking problem after an injury and said, "It kills me to say it, but I wasn't the partner she deserved." Fans were torn. Some respected his honesty, others thought it was convenient timing, given Molly's documentary was still trending. By May 2025, the couple quietly reunited, but Molly still hasn't put her engagement ring back on. They're together, but not where they once were.
I would never have believed like what's happened and us not being together, because there was just never a world in which we weren't going to be together. Like, we were just literally utterly obsessed with one another. This isn't how I wanted it to be.
Tommy, the public have decided you should go on a date with me. I'm waiting for you in the hot tub in the hideaway terrace. Get your swimwear on and come and join me. Lots of love, Molly Mae.
We met in a way that was completely like unconventional.
It's Tommy, yeah?
Tommy.
I'm Molly, yeah, Molly Mae.
You know, the first time we met, we were in a hot tub.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Your eyes are like amazing.
Likewise. You are amazing.
Thanks. So how old are you? Only
20.
Yeah, same as me.
Are you 20?
Yeah, I'm only 20.
I don't really believe in love at first sight, but I've really fancied him. He was like completely my type, and I just, yeah, he was just, I don't know, just a really good looking guy, and I was like, ooh.
You're literally my ideal woman. Literally, right?
We're very similar people. We have a lot of the same likes and dislikes.
Are you a drinker?
Not really?
No, neither am I.
And the more we chatted and the more we got to know one another, I realised he's really not what people think he is. He's like the softest guy you'll ever meet.
Every time I wake up next to you, it just makes me smile because I don't know what I've done to deserve waking up next to you. I was getting to that.
People often say with shows like Love Island or any shows on TV, you know, it's fabricated, it's not the truth, but it's not. Like, that was real. Like, we met on a TV show and we fell in love like really quickly.
I genuinely could see myself like falling in love with you.
Came out of the show, moved in together, and went from strength to strength and did everything together. We were in each other's pockets.
Oh, thank you. That was kind.
It was a really special time. Like, we went through so much together when we entered this whole new life of being in the public eye together.
Say night, Tommy.
Night, Tommy.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Tommy. Hello?
Hello?
Hiya. Cutting someone off sometimes enables you just to heal and get over it, but Tommy and I have still been communicating because of Bambi. I'm not even having this conversation with you. Like, I actually am not having this conversation with you. I will always respect him being the father of my child, but being friends and keeping it amicable like all the time, it is hard. Oh, I'm gonna hang up the phone if you're gonna be like that. Okay, all right then. Honestly, what the was that about? Honestly, I cannot. I actually can't. To have a session with my life coach. I think today I really want to go through with her stuff I've been going through over the last few months with Tommy and stuff. We're going to be invincible today. That's what we're working on. Good morning. You okay? You look gorgeous.
You always look gorgeous.
Thank you.
How's life? What's going on? Update me. Tell me, like, what's happening? How you feeling?
I kind of want to start working on my ability to feel a bit more confident.
Which you now know, because we've worked together long enough, that is a choice.
Yeah.
Right? If you wanted to say, you know, I want to feel confident today, then how can you think about it differently? You're very good at constantly doing the next thing,
Yeah.
and you're not great at, which many of us are not great at, of stopping for a second and saying, well, if I look back and say, like, what have I done from 15? I think you'd be surprised at the amazing things that you've, you know, experienced and achieved and done.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, I feel like because of my relationship with Tommy, I've had confidence knocks that now makes me say no to things.
What exactly do you struggle with?
I struggle with, like, you know, am I wasting my time hoping for an outcome that isn't going to be the outcome?
Clearly, something needs to be worked out.
Like, yeah, just the trust. It's trust. And the respect and building up that relationship again that, like, unfortunately, like, broke down. It's like I just wish I could have, like, a crystal ball. I wouldn't even want to see any other part of my life, like my businesses, my health, anything. I just would want to see, like, is the future Tommy and I and Bambi, or is that not?
So I think when you're spending, you know, time worrying about, well, what's it gonna look like? It's a very painful place to live in, right?
I really would like to work on that, to be honest, because I think that's consuming me a lot.
Right.
Is he going to be the person that he once was, and that I know the family that we can be? Because, right, I've had glimmers of it, like when we've spent time together again and, like, co-parented, but, like, had a really nice time together. There's no love gone from my side because I never wanted any of this to happen.
I mean, I don't know much about, you know, what's gone on. I'm not in your relationship. The only people that know what has really gone on is you and Tommy.
Yeah.
So, you know...
Calling me again.
Huh?
He's calling me again.
Do you want to take it?
No, it's fine. He can wait.
You sure?
Yeah, makes me wait, so...
Okay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
My point is that usually at these sorts of things, that love is not black and white.
Yeah, 100%.
Each relationship is different. It's all about the grey area in relationships. Some people can do things other people just can't do. Some people can get over things other people can't get over. And, you know, you can only do your best. You can't do someone else's best.
What you told me, whatever you water grows.
Definitely.
Whatever you don't water dies.
That's exactly right.
Do I keep watering it?
I think you know the answer, Molly.
Love Island UK star Molly Mae is breaking her silence on her split from Tommy Fury. 3 months after the Love Island UK star announces her breakup from fiancé Tommy Fury, she is now sharing an update on their relationship and how they're co-parenting 22-month-old daughter Bambi. She tells British Vogue in an interview published on November 15th, quote, "We're both being, like, really mature about it." And Molly makes it clear that she won't be commenting on those cheating allegations against Tommy, adding, quote, "No one will ever really know what went down apart from Tommy and I, and that's how we'd like to keep it for Bambi's sake." She adds, quote, "I do think he will talk about things eventually. I do think that when he's ready, like, maybe more will be said, but I think that's for him to do on his terms." Molly Mae continues, quote, "It's not like it's gossip, it's a real life, and it's, you know, it's a really deep situation. It's really sad." The 25-year-old shocked fans over the summer when announcing her split from Tommy just 1 year after getting engaged. She writes on her Instagram story on August 14th, quote, "Never in a million years did I think I'd ever have to write this. I will forever be grateful for the most important thing to me. Now and always, my beautiful daughter. Without us, there would be no her. She will always be my priority." As for those infidelity rumors that surfaced in August, Tommy's team previously shut them down, with his rep telling the Mirror at the time, quote, "Tommy is horrified by the false allegations of cheating being circulated by the media. He's consulting his
fans with more questions than answers." In a recent interview, Molly Mae revealed that she's not ready to put her engagement ring back on just yet, despite rekindling their romance. This confession has sparked curiosity and controversy, leaving many wondering about the state of their relationship. But here's where it gets interesting. Molly Mae's decision to hold off on wearing her ring isn't just about the romance. It's a symbol of the challenges and growth they're both navigating. She admits that their relationship is far from perfect, and they're still working through trust issues and the shadows of their past. "It's like a ghost from our past that keeps haunting us," she shares, revealing the depth of their struggles. And this is the part most people miss. Molly Mae and Tommy's journey isn't just about their love story. It's a reflection of the complexities of modern relationships and the impact of public scrutiny. In her latest docuseries, Molly Mae Behind It All, she opens up about the backlash she faced online, including death threats, after her controversial 24 hours in a day comments. She admits to making mistakes and feeling disappointed in herself, but also highlights the challenges of being in the public eye. "I get it. I understand why people had an issue with what I said. It's not easy when the nation turns against you," she says, showcasing her vulnerability. The series also delves into her life as a working mom, raising their daughter Bambi, while managing her successful influencer career and women's wear brand, Maebe. It's a glimpse into the balancing act of being a modern woman trying to have it all. TV journalist Lauren Morris praises Molly Mae's decision to showcase her life, saying it's brave to open up like this, especially when you don't have to. So, what does this all mean for Molly Mae and Tommy's future? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. Their journey is a reminder that relationships are complex, and sometimes it's the little gestures that can make a big difference. What are your thoughts? Do you think Molly Mae and Tommy will find their way back to each other? Or is their relationship beyond repair?
No fun thing. Summer, the tone-deaf complaint. By mid-2025, things looked back, on track. But then Molly did it, again. In a vlog, she said she hadn't done one fun thing all summer. The problem? That same summer, she'd flown private jets to Dubai, Budapest, and Paris, attended luxury, events, and filmed from her multi-million-pound mansion. Fans weren't having it. They called her tone-deaf, spoiled, and blind to her privilege. Within days, she was trending. Again, this time for complaining about a life most people would dream of. It became the no-fun thing, summer, and for many, it was proof she hadn't learned from the Beyoncé backlash at all. The breakdown, I don't have a life. The backlash got to her. In a later vlog, Molly broke down quiets on camera. Tears, shaky voice, saying she was embarrassed by the hate and felt like she didn't have a life anymore. She said fame had stolen her joy, that every move she made was criticized and she missed feeling normal, some fans sympathized, others rolled their eyes. They saw it as another attempt to gain sympathy from the very lifestyle she chose. It was a sad moment, because whether you liked her or not, you could tell she was cracking under the pressure of her own image.
Reality star and influencer Molly Mae, 26, has recently opened up about the emotional difficulties she's facing as a mother to her 2-year-old daughter, Bambi, whom she shares with partner Tommy Fury. Since becoming a parent in 2023, the former Love Island star has encountered unexpected and overwhelming challenges. In a tearful video, she candidly expressed feelings of mental exhaustion, saying, "I feel overwhelmed. I feel like my brain is jumbled, and I don't feel like myself anymore." This emotional confession came after she was criticized by some fans for being out of touch and too soft on Bambi during tantrums. Molly Mae described the immense mental burden of constant parenting, especially during the so-called terrible twos, a stage known for challenging toddler behavior. While her openness drew some criticism due to her affluent lifestyle, many parents praised her honesty and vulnerability. Experts like Dr. Hannah Richards, a behavioral psychologist, have defended her, explaining that Molly Mae's experiences reflect common struggles among parents. Richards emphasized that the toddler years are a psychologically intense phase and that societal expectations of motherhood often create unrealistic standards. Dr. Richards also noted that public scrutiny intensifies stress for celebrity parents and highlighted the importance of openly discussing parenting challenges. Molly Mae's willingness to share her vulnerabilities helps break down stigmas surrounding motherhood. Richards argued that admitting to difficulties should be seen as strength, not weakness, and that it fosters a healthier, more supportive conversation around parenting. Despite the backlash, many fans have voiced their support for Molly Mae. One wrote, "Seeing her be so honest helps people understand they're not alone in feeling overwhelmed," while another reminded critics that Molly Mae is balancing fame, business responsibilities, and motherhood at just 26. Mental health professionals hope her openness encourages society to show greater empathy and compassion to parents facing similar struggles. Dr. Richards concluded, "Instead of judging, we should offer understanding. Parenthood is one of life's most demanding transitions, and everyone deserves support."
The lifestyle after 3 holidays this year. The influencer told fans on her latest vlog that she's not done one fun thing this summer, but some fans were left open-mouthed as she failed to acknowledge her no-expense-spared getaways to Dubai, Disneyland, Paris, and Budapest while claiming she has no social life. Molly said, "I said to a friend the other day that I'm not going to make it to the end of summer having not done one fun thing." Speaking to her sister, she said, "Zoe, I haven't socialized once, I'm going to get to the end of summer having not done one social fun thing. Molly went on to say that she's not put makeup on or dressed up for a night out with her friends in ages, but her followers were quick to hit out at the star for taking her luxury lifestyle for advantage. One wrote, "I like Molly, but she does complain." A second posted, "Wimbledon, lunches, Spain, Dubai, France, Centre Parks, let's normalise that." And someone else commented, "This was so jarring because she can casually spend 6k in Dior on an outfit to lob to Wimbledon, then complain she has no time for herself."
Health, endometriosis, and living in pain. Away from the glam, Molly's also battled real health struggles. She's been open about having endometriosis, a painful condition that affects her fertility and causes a chronic pain. She's also mentioned suffering from collapsed arches and back, pain, which make long shoots or travel difficult. These confessions paint a more human side of her, someone who's not just about filters and fashion, but dealing with pain privately while the internet dissects her publicly. For once, people stopped mocking and started empathizing.
Was, what is endometriosis? So I'm going to read you the definition of it now before we get into this video, just so for the people that don't get it, for the girls that don't get it, they're about to get it. Endometriosis is a long-term condition where tissue similar to the lining of the womb grows in other places, such as the ovaries and the fallopian tubes. Symptoms of endometriosis include pain in your lower tummy or back, severe period pain, and pain during or after sex. That is the Google definition of what endometriosis is for you guys that don't know what it is, or if you felt like you kind of knew what it was, but you weren't really sure. That is basically the condition that I've been suffering with since I believe I was about 15. Something that's also really amazing is that March is also Endometriosis Awareness Month, so I wanted to film the video this month and just bite the bullet and put it out to you guys. You could say that I have been putting off a little bit nervous to film this video. This is definitely my disclaimer to say that I am in no way, shape or form a health professional, and I think I've been putting off this video because I've been a little bit scared about, saying the wrong thing or giving the wrong advice or giving the wrong facts. And I know that girls that suffer with endo especially normally jump in my DMs when I put anything out on my socials, and sometimes can get quite upset when they feel like I'm not shining the correct light on this condition. I've had girls say that they think I'm making endometriosis a trend. They've said that they think I'm trying to make it cool and fashionable to have it. I would never want to make anybody feel like I'm not doing this condition justice and I'm not explaining it correctly. So what I think I'm trying to say is that I'm just going to come on here and explain my story. It's going to be only my story. I'm going to be answering your questions and answering them from my perspective, from what I've experienced. I'm still on this journey myself. I just think we need to be supporting one another, and I just think if this video helps one girl that suffers with endo and wants to feel a little bit more reassured and feel like they're not alone, amazing. Or if it helps one girl that feels like they may have the signs and symptoms of it and they want to go and speak to a doctor about it, then amazing. This is what this video is for. But anyway, that's the longest intro I've ever filmed, and without further ado, I'm just going to get straight into the questions, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Question number one: how old were you when you first knew something wasn't right? What were your symptoms? That's a really, really popular question. So it's hard because obviously it's been a very long journey, and trying to picture back to when I was super young and I feel like I first started having symptoms. Since having a period, things have never been normal. I never actually remember having a period ever in my life and it feeling what a normal period I think should feel like. I can't actually tell you the specific age of when I started my period because I really don't know, but I do think from around the age of 15, I knew something was really, really not right in that region. I think in the end, I kind of ended up convincing myself that my period pains were normal, but I just had a super low pain threshold. I kind of thought maybe this is what every girl goes through, but I just find it super hard. As for the symptoms, mine have definitely worsened over the years. I cannot explain the levels of pain I've experienced through my periods over the last few years. I've actually nearly called myself an ambulance on multiple occasions because of the level of pain that I was in. I used to be in bed, especially at the old apartment. It got so bad to the point I'd be rolling in bed and I would actually be fearful for my life, thinking like, for my body to be in this much agonizing pain, like what is it going through? Like what is happening inside my body? I literally used to lie there and think like, am I gonna see tomorrow morning? Like, because it would always normally happen in the night that I'd come on my period. And I genuinely used to be in that much pain that I would be fearful that I wouldn't wake up the next day. Like it was so horrendous. And that's not even me being dramatic. Like it was, Tommy never even used to know what to do with me, like how to help me. He'd just be looking at me like, well, like I literally just don't know what to do. For me to convince myself that that level of pain was normal, it was just a bit ridiculous. And to be fair, it definitely did get worse over the years, and it got to a point where I just realized this is absolutely on no way, shape or form normal. I'm having to take weeks off work when I come on my period. On the day that I come on my period, where if I'm in a public place, I have to get out of there as quick as possible to get into a safe space in my house where I can just be in excruciating pain and cry and scream alone. Mama, you want to be in the video? You want to be in the video? Nah. Nah, guys. Guys, he just ripped my chest off. This is a really serious video and I'm messing around with my cat. The main other symptom that I've experienced as well is the painful sex. So my two main symptoms have been the excruciating periods and the excruciating sex. I'll be completely honest, I do believe that the painful sex symptom is what pushed me into getting my problem fixed, into working out what was wrong with my body, because not only was I doing it for me and fixing it for me, which is obviously the main reason as to why you do it, but I was also trying to do it for my partner. I was trying to do it for Tommy because as I get further into the video, I'll explain about the painful sex side of things and the symptoms with that and the journey with that, because that's a whole other ball game. And I feel like the painful periods and the painful sex have been like two completely different journeys that I've been on. When did you first go to the doctors? What did they say? I'm trying to do these in a bit of an order. I think I first went to the doctors about my painful periods when I was around 17. I explained that I was experiencing excruciating period pains. This was just about the period pains at the time. I don't think I'd started experiencing the painful sex at that point. As I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you've heard other people's endo stories, you will have heard that they also probably got told the same as I did. You know, it's thrush, it's BV, you're not taking the right painkillers when you come on your period. These are just normal period pains, you've just got to kind of suck it up basically. And I think it actually took me going back to the doctors around 5 times to actually have someone say to me, okay, it could be endometriosis. I do feel like I was suffering with it the whole time and it was never even an option. It was never even spoken to me about. It wasn't even like, it could be this. It was just always completely shut down. I was told it was always, oh, it's, you know, you've got thrush, which it completely was not that, because I've had thrush, and I think when you're a woman, you know the difference between thrush and excruciating period pains. Like, it has no relation whatsoever. I think in the end you just think, okay, well, it's a medical professional, like they're telling me that I'm fine, so I'm fine. After one of my doctor's appointments of me returning and saying like these period pains just aren't going away, I don't know what to do, they actually did put me on the pill, which I'll be completely honest, it did actually help. But me personally, I have never ever liked being on the pill. I've only ever been on the pill for that one time to help my period pains. It wasn't even for contraception reasons, because at that time I wasn't even having sex. But I just didn't like the idea of having to be on contraception to help my period pains. Like, I just didn't want to be on contraception. I didn't want to be putting something into my body. It's just something that I think personally has never really agreed with me. Anyway, the symptoms just got progressively worse. The symptoms that I was experiencing in our old apartment, I cannot even begin to explain how unwell my periods were making me. Like, Fran always knew to have to book me off a complete week off work around the time of my period, because I just felt like I'd been hit by a car. My sex life became, at that point, basically non-existent, because my sex drive was so low. The pain was that excruciating during sex that you're literally just doing it for your partner. And that's not pleasant for them, because they freaking know. They know that you're not enjoying it, because I mean, to pretend you're not in excruciating pain and you're completely the opposite and you're having a great time and you're enjoying it, let me tell you, it's not really possible. In the end, my GP, Sally Harris, who is absolutely amazing, she referred me over to a endometriosis specialist. He was called Eddie Osagi. So yeah, I went to see the specialist, Eddie Osagi, who was absolutely incredible, and he literally did an internal examination, took one look at me, took one look at those regions and said, yes, you absolutely do have endometriosis. What you've been dealing with is absolutely not normal. He made me feel like, thank you, like finally someone is listening to me, like finally someone's actually taken me on. For a long while, I had thought it had been endometriosis, and I'd just been shut down. So to hear those words of someone saying, like a specialist in endometriosis saying, you do have it, even though it was like hard to hear and sad, because obviously I know it can have so many implications later on in life and when you want to have children and stuff, but it was still a relief, and I was still happy to hear it, because I was like, I knew something wasn't right, I knew this wasn't normal, I knew I wasn't exaggerating. I will just add as well, he wasn't gonna officially know that I had endometriosis until he went internally and did a proper examination and did the laparoscopy, which I'll tell you about in a minute, but he was like, initially I would say that I'm 80% sure that you do have endometriosis. Please, can you discuss your laparoscopy experience? Essentially, a laparoscopy is keyhole surgery, and I had laparoscopy in order for my surgeon to get inside me and burn away the endometriosis cells. So get rid of the cells where they shouldn't be, just get rid of the cells altogether, put a camera inside you so they can see what's going on, they can see the endometriosis cells. I wouldn't necessarily want to go through it again, but as far as operations go, it isn't like major surgery, it is keyhole surgery. The recovery time was a lot longer than I had initially been told and I had expected. I was told that after a couple of days I would sort of feel normal again, but I would definitely say it took a full week. For the operation, they have to pump up your stomach with loads of gas to sort of make it big so they can see your insides properly, basically, and have like more space to get like things in. This is where my medical knowledge is not on point. I wish I'd documented it more. I wish I'd filmed more. I wish I'd shown you guys that day. But if you know me, you know that I have a huge phobia of needles and veins, like a massive phobia of it. So I think I had planned to document it, but when I got into the hospital, there was no way my vlogging camera was coming out. I was just trying to get through that experience of having blood tests, having cannulas, being put to sleep. Like, it was a very, very anxious day for me. And obviously with COVID and everything, I had to do it all by myself. I would say one of the most traumatizing parts of the day of my laparoscopy was actually in the morning when I first went into the hospital, and nobody warned me that, oh my God, okay, I'm just gonna tell you what happened. Basically, you have to have a tablet, like it's called a suppository, I think, popped up your bottom in order to make you go to the toilet and basically clear your bowels. No one warned me about that part. Like, no one told me, and this nurse came in, she was like, right, I just need to pop the suppository up your bum now. And I was like, sorry, what? Sorry, what? I was like, please, can I possibly do it myself? Like, I'm sure I can find the right hole. Like, I'm sure I can pop the suppository up my bottom. She was like, you know, I would quite prefer to do it myself. I'd quite like to do it for you, just so I know it's been done correctly. So I literally had to lie on my side and have this poor nurse put a suppository up my bum. One thing that actually did happen as well, a tiny little extra story time on my operation. When I came out of my operation, the tape that they used to keep your eyes shut in the operation had actually cut my eyeball. I was in absolutely agonizing pain with my eyeball, and none of the doctors were really taking me on. I was in a lot of discomfort with my stomach from my operation, but I couldn't even focus or concentrate on like looking after that pain or like giving that pain any time, because my eye was so swollen. I couldn't see out of my eye. It was streaming. I'm there trying to get discharged from the hospital with a belly the size of an absolute beach ball, and I'm having to go to the eye section of the hospital and have eye tests. I got put into this like machine thing to like look at my retina and like see the cut, and like they had to give me this special ointment. I was in so much pain with my eye. So there was just little things like that you don't even think are going to be complications. But yeah, a lot of you were asking to see the scars that the surgery left, so I will try and show you. How cute is this jumper, by the way? It's from Zara. I got it yesterday. This is the first time I bought something from Zara in literally probably like a year now. I'm not even joking. I just stopped shopping there because I felt like the stuff just went weird. Anyways, that is the first scar. So that's one of the places they went in for my laparoscopy. They also went in my belly button. But yeah, my belly button looks completely normal now. And then that's just one of the little scars there. I'll zoom this screen in so you can see, but this is another one of my scars just here. This one is slightly bigger. It's a bit longer, but yeah, that's one of my scars there. And then I have another one is just there. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. They were the 4 points that they went in. So really the scars are absolutely minor. Okay, next question, and a lot of you guys are asking, do you feel like you've seen results from your operation? Has it worked? Okay, so I definitely wanted to give myself enough time after my operation. It's been at least 5 months now since I had my surgery. I wanted to give that time before making this video to be able to come back and say if the operation worked. Now, in regards to my painful periods, I would say the operation definitely helped. It has most definitely not cured me. I still do have very painful periods. I'm still extremely heavy on my periods. That's another thing I didn't mention about the heaviness of my periods. I would normally have to change tampons every like 30 minutes. I do suffer as well with extremely heavy periods. The painful periods and the heavy periods, they haven't like completely gone away, but they are definitely more manageable now. So would I go through the operation again in order to have the results that I've had? Yes, because my periods were that painful to the point where it was like essentially like ruining my life. In regards to the painful sex, that has unfortunately never changed. It's something that I do still, it's still an ongoing issue. And that is actually why on my vlog the other day, I said that I'd had a blood test and I'd had an MRI scan, because I'm going to see a specialist gynecologist in London very soon in regards to that situation. But yeah, the laparoscopy has definitely helped with half of the issue. It's made my periods a lot more manageable now. Everyone's journey is so completely different. Like, you could have had the laparoscopy and it could have cured absolutely everything and you may have never felt symptoms ever again, or you could have had the laparoscopy and had even less results than I did and have not felt any changes at all. A lot of you guys will ask me as well, like, how does Tommy handle it? How is Tommy? Tommy, I couldn't ask for a better boyfriend in regards to my endometriosis journey. He has been absolutely incredible. He is so understanding, he's so caring. Having people that understand, like supportive friends, supportive family, a supportive partner, is so key in regards to endometriosis, because it can feel very, very lonely. I know I'm going to watch this video back and go to edit it and be like, I've missed out this, I've missed out this, I wanted to talk about this. But one thing I would say is that I have found filming this video quite hard, because to remember my story and the journey, like word for word and fact for fact, and like the whole journey since I was 15, like, it's really tricky and it's hard to remember it, and it's been such an ongoing, long, lengthy thing that I've experienced for so many years now that, yeah, recalling it and explaining it to you guys is quite hard. Sorry guys, my camera died. I just had to change the battery pack quickly. One thing I do want to quickly just say is a shout out to Eddie Osagi, the doctor that did my laparoscopy and also diagnosed me with my endometriosis, and also shout out to my GP, Sally Harris, helping me get diagnosed basically, and for believing me when I said that I knew that something wasn't right. I'll leave some information down below as well. I'll leave some links to websites and stuff if you want to read more about endometriosis, because obviously, as I said a million times in this video, I'm not a doctor and I cannot give you like the science behind it. My journey very much continues. One thing I didn't really touch on in this video, which I also got a lot of questions about, is how endometriosis can affect fertility and trying to conceive, and loads of people asking me if we're trying to conceive right now, which we aren't. We're definitely not trying to conceive right now. I am still only 22 years old, and it's not something that I've really given too much thought in terms of if my endometriosis is going to affect myself and Tommy trying to have a baby in the future. It's something that I don't really, until I need to think about that, I'm not going to be thinking about it. I'm just trying to be positive and focus on continuing my journey of trying to get better, and curing the painful sex is the thing I'm focusing on right now, guys, because I've got to do it for me and I've got to do it for my boyfriend. Like, you know, we've got to try and fix it. If you made it to the end of this video, guys, I love you millions. If you watch this video and you don't have endometriosis, thank you for watching it and listening to my story. And if you do have endometriosis and you're watching this video, then I hope this has comforted you and made you remember that you are not alone and that a lot of us are going through it. And I hope this has also reminded some of you that we've got to support each other through this. Like, let's be
health, endometriosis, and living in pain. Molly Mae is more than a celebrity. She's a cautionary tale. She represents the rise of influencer culture, where ordinary people become brands and every post becomes a product. She's learned that no matter how hard she tries to stay relatable, she can't control how the internet sees her. The 8,000 giveaway showed how it's easily credibility slips. The Beyoncé quote showed how privilege sounds when it doesn't. Self-check. The Maebe brand exposed the influencer to CEO pipeline for what it really is: marketing dressed as empowerment. And Nugget Gate proved that even normal moments get magnified into scandals when you live online. She's not evil. She's not flawless. She's the modern influencer blueprint. Ambitious, hardworking, tone-deaf, relatable, and unreachable all at once. Do you think Molly Mae has truly learned from her mistakes, or just learned how to rebrand them? Was the 24 hours in a day as Beyoncé quote blown out of car proportion, or did it reveal her real mindset? And after everything, is Molly Mae still relatable or completely disconnected from reality now? Do you believe the Maebe backlash was fair, or was the internet waiting for her to fail? Should influencers be held legally responsible when giveaways break? Rules? Or are people too harsh? When she cried saying she doesn't have a life, did you feel empathy for her, or did it come off as tone deaf? Has motherhood and her endometriosis journey made her more authentic, or just another storyline? Do you think she and Tommy Fury are really back for love, or is it all PR? If you had to pick one, what hurt her image more? The giveaway, scandal, the Beyoncé comment, or Nugget Gate? And finally, if you could give Molly Mae one piece of advice for staying grounded, what would it be? So what do you think? Has Molly Mae grown from her mistakes, or just learned how to PR spin them better? Is she still the small town girl who made it big? Or just another influencer trap in the image she built? Let me know in the comments. Was the Beyoncé backlash fair? Would you buy from Maebe? Is she relatable or just rebranded? Privilege? This video is for commentary and for entertainment purposes only, so don't take it too deep. Just sip the tea, hit that like button. and subscribe for more deep dives. Because you've seen the headlines. Now you've got the whole story.